Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. This is Bad Weather Freak, and I have another update. It's a weekly update. Today is June 8th, 2022, and this is the update for the 2022 hurricane season. What you guys are seeing right now is a satellite imagery. And what I wanted to point out here is that we have a bit of convection bursting basically at the Bay of Campeche. Nothing is expected to form out of that particular system or area, I should say. Now, the other area that I wanted to point out is this big weather pattern, basically, that is rapidly moving, and it's potentially can cause actually some issues as far as severe weather, strong winds, tornadoes potentially. But the chance of probability that this will actually create some tornadoes are kind of low. That's basically what the NOAA is saying right now. So you guys can see the system right now is around this area, so this is expected for later today, and this is only a slight chance of severe weather or tornadoes. So at least that's good. It's nothing major. It's not enhanced or moderate or high, so which is good. Now there's always a chance, of course, of tornadoes developing in severe weather, but right now it's looking like it's a low chance. But definitely some strong winds, potentially hail and things like that. Now let's take a look at the sea surface temperature. It was updated yesterday. You guys can see we're on schedule. Warming temperatures in the Atlantic, still cooling in the Pacific. Again, another sign of that we are in a Niña right now. So that's what's happening. Now I was at the beach actually on Sunday here in the Gulf of Mexico, and water was just perfect. It was just perfect. We're probably looking at, let me look in here. Yeah, if I go here, I mean, we're talking about mid 80s to high 80 temperatures in as far as water or sea surface temperature. Let me actually look at this. We were around the Clearwater, south of Clearwater. So we're talking about, I mean, warm. This is high 80s actually. So you guys can see that even though it's only June 8th and technically speaking has been only about 7 to 8 days that the hurricane's season actually started, we're already having very warm sea surface temperatures, and that's pretty much all the way across the board. If you look here in the Atlantic, you guys can see 80s, 90. I mean, not quite 90s yet, but high 80s near Florida, and this is going to continue to warm up. And you can see as far as 80-degree temperatures almost all the way up to Bermuda. By the way, Bermuda just got very close. It went through very close tropical storm Alex, which is our official first named storm of the season. As you guys seen probably or heard, it was the remnants of Hurricane Agatha from the Pacific that crossed over to the Gulf of Mexico. It did cause some issues, some flooding near Miami, and of course, it re-strengthened once it passed through. I think I did mention this on my last video, that if it went through through this area, which it was this is what they call the Gulf Stream. So basically, you have this pool of deep warm water here, kind of filters this way, and it goes up, as you guys can see here. So when storms go this way and they cross this path, they can potentially, intensify. So that's what happened with Tropical Storm Alex. So it became the first named storm of the season. Now, let me show you, since I'm already in this site, let me show you what is going on with the Saharan dust layer. As you guys can see, we're looking at very heavy Saharan dust layer, which is good because this actually helps prevent storms forming, and if they form, not to strengthen too much. So right now it's kind of early, but right now it's very predominant. Now we will have to track this and see how it develops, or how much dust persists in the atmosphere whenever we get closer to the actual peak of the season in August and September. Now, let me show you a few things. Let me go ahead and show you the four. Well, actually, let's take a look at the analysis. This here is, as I've shown before. Let me zoom in a little bit more. The closer we get to this area here, that is actually neutral conditions. As you guys can see in the last few days, it kind of has spiked up a little bit, meaning that we're going more towards a neutral phase instead of La Nina. El Nino is up here. Now this is on the Pacific, but it resembles the Atlantic as well. So when this goes deeper into La Nina, well, it's worse for the Pacific. So right now it looks like it's spiking up. We'll see if it holds or if it starts dropping again or flat lines or anything like that. But right now it's looking like it's getting closer to the neutral, which again it doesn't. I mean, it matters of course, but anywhere between La Nina and neutral, I mean, we can have a very, very busy hurricane season. So it doesn't necessarily mean that neutral means we're not going to get anything. We can, and we are definitely going to get something. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Now let me go back and show you guys. Well, I'll show you this map as well. Another view of how warm sea surface temperatures are. So you guys can see 26 is the minimum to support tropical activity. You can see that the majority of Gulf of Mexico, eastern seaboard or eastern coast, I should say, all the way to the Carolinas, fairly warm. Western Caribbean, very warm. A good portion of the Atlantic already is very, very warm. So this is alarming already because if the warmer it is in this area, let me just kind of use my pen here. So the warmer it is in this area here, the worse it can be because if you guys remember 2017, we had long track hurricanes where they started forming all the way over here, and by the time they made it to the islands, they were already major hurricanes. If you guys remember Irma, Maria, some of those already started as powerful hurricanes even before they approached the islands. So that's why this is very important, that the further east the water is very, very warm, the worse it's going to be, basically. Let's just put it that way. So let me go back and show you some forecasting models. We have something interesting happening here as far as some of the forecasting models are predicting some activity. Let me kind of move this way. Now let me move forward here with the GPS GFS, and you guys are not gonna notice that again, another area how it did. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, where it was saying, a storm was gonna form this way and come to Florida. Well, it turned out a little different. It came actually this way into Florida, but again, when the forecasting model starts showing some kind of agreement that there's going to be a storm, we need to pay attention. And if you guys see 2001, now we're 258 hours in the future, crosses the Yucatan Peninsula, and as it keeps going further, I mean, you can see how it's now basically a category 1 to 10. I mean, pretty much a category 1 actually. 982, 979, and then it makes landfall in not in Florida, in Texas, near Corpus Christi, most likely heading towards Houston. Again, this is too far out. We're talking about 10 days out roughly. This is gonna change. If you guys saw this forecasting model, the latest, well, not the latest run, but they run early today, it was showing this actually coming towards Florida as 960 something millibar pressure. I mean, that's insane. That's like a major hurricane already coming to Florida. So this is gonna flip flop, and that's what the pattern has been. Now let's take a look at the European model. The European model, it doesn't really show much actually. It shows a little low pressure down here. Now let's check the Canadian model. Let's see again, not showing anything, just another low pressure here, just like the European. Now if you look at the Navy shows, whoops, hasn't even updated actually, so that's why it's not showing any data. But right now, again, I wouldn't pay too much attention to that. Just if you want to keep an eye on it, you can. But It's gonna change, just like how it did last week or 10 days ago with that system that was predicting it was gonna come as a hurricane to Florida. That did not turn out to be true. Now, one quick, actually, let me give you guys a quick reminder. We got 2 more days if you live in Florida, to buy your hurricane supplies tax free. Now, one thing that is different from last year is that, or from any other year, is that this year is the first time that you can buy pet supplies tax free as part of your hurricane preparedness plan. So you can buy kennels, you can buy food, leashes, you can buy multiple things that they have never offered a tax-free version or tax-free option. Now, starting this year, it has actually happened. So I'm glad. I personally have 2 dogs. I definitely appreciate what the government has done here in Florida to make it a little easier, especially now with inflation, with this whole issues with everything more expensive and supply issues. It's nice that the government took that in consideration and also decided to add and think about people that have pets. Because that's one of the things that I don't agree with. A lot of times people, they do plans, they prepare for the families, but then what about your pets? So pets, in my opinion, pets are part of the family. At least that's how I see them. I wouldn't evacuate my house and leave my dogs behind. I mean, hello, I'm going to take them with me. And if you get that opportunity that you can buy certain items and save a little bit of money during the tax-free holiday, I guess that's what you can call it, that's a nice thing. But again, just as a reminder, you got 2 more days. June 10th it ends if you live here in Florida. Other than that, guys, that's a quick update I wanted to share with you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like my video, share with families and friends. Any comments, any questions, put them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.